So hi everyone, we'll just wait a few minutes to start. 2 or 3 minutes and I will start. Hi everyone, sorry, I'm back. I think we can start. Thank you everyone for being here. This is the 12th episode, season 2 of Atlantic and Arctic Lighthouse Weekly Hour. Today we have Wavelinks. So Wavelinks is a modern data-driven platform dedicated to enhancing ocean conservation efforts. This session will provide a comprehensive overview of the website's feature, its role in the EU Mission Ocean initiatives, and how it facilitates collaboration among ocean stakeholders. So to present Wavelinks, we have Maéva Vignes and Alexander Dernild. They are the architects of Wavelinks. They will share their insights and guide you through the functionalities and benefits of Wavelinks. So Maéva Vignes is an interdisciplinary researcher and innovator with skills coming from natural science, funding strategy, data analysis, engineering, teaching, and serious game. She has been working in the last years in the research support service of the University of Southern Denmark and developed a team of data scientists and web developers to pioneer digital platform leveraging artificial intelligence to enhance research innovation service with a focus in the European Union landscape. Alexander Dernild is a cultural sociologist and data scientist interested in natural language processing and expandable artificial intelligence technologies. He joined the Southern Denmark University and the Mission Ocean 2 years ago, and he is the main architect and web developer behind Wavelinks. We will have a very interesting program. We will start with the presentation of Maéva on Wavelinks. Then we will go through a bit of the website with Alexander. We will come back to Maéva on the future of wavelengths. And then for the last 30 minutes, we will have a mixed session between questions and answers from you, and also a session with presenting wavelengths. We will try to engage you with this platform, try to log in, and some functionalities and some doubts that you may have during this process. So I will pass the floor to Maéva. Can you maybe please?
I share my screen and I make my presentation full size. Yeah.
Yes, it's perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Andre, and thanks a lot to everyone for joining today. So we are going to present together with Alexander the platform Wavelinks that has been built by a joint effort in 3 coordination and support action of the mission Ocean, the Blue Mission Atlantic and Arctic, Prep for Blue, and the Blue Mission Bano. So as Andrea said, we will start with an introduction, then we will Alexander will give you a guided tour through the live platform. Then we will talk about the current features and the vision for the future. And after a question and answer session, we will discuss with you on how you would like to shape the future of Wavelinks. So I want to mention as well that there is a question and answer section in the Zoom. So you can use that function to write questions, and you can also do that during my presentation and the guided tour by Alexander, so that you don't forget the questions, and we will take this chat into account at the end of the presentation, so that we can answer the most pressing questions. So I start with introducing you Wavelinks. So just a little bit on the behind the scenes of Wavelinks. So me and Alexander, we are coming from the University of Southern Denmark, that is based on Fyn and in Odense. Our university counts 5 faculties all across the scientific fields, and it's partitioned in 6 campuses, but the main is in Odense. We are an interdisciplinary team working in the central administration of the university, and what makes our team unique is that it is a mix of researchers, of research supporters, and IT developers. And actually in the team, many of us have 2 or 3 of these hats. And that means that we understand the world of research and the research and innovation processes, but we also are people who know how to code and develop websites, and we use these skills together to build the most value for the community. So to tell a little bit more of the team, we are 6 people in the team, coming from very different backgrounds, biology, history, and computer science. And our expertise lies in data collection, in data modeling and analysis. We are specialized in text mining. So that's what we say when we say natural language processing. So it's the way machines are looking at text. We work with AI, but when I say that, don't think that we work with ChatGPT all the time. This is the newer kid in the block in the AI community, but there are many more algorithms that exist and that are older and more that function in slightly different ways, and we use them all. So it's not only ChatGPT that we talk about when we talk about AI. And finally, we are specialized in building web interface. So you can, if you visit our website that is called Wavelinks, you will see our portfolio. We are building web applications, and not only in the Mission Ocean, but also for our own universities and for other universities. We are doing training in artificial intelligence. We are working on ad hoc analysis. And we are we are working in artificial intelligence and helping research supporters and the community in the blue research to harvest the value of these tools. A little bit on our history. So our team started in 2018, and we built an application for our university that was to match researchers to the EU funding opportunities. We have grown that over the years. Then that was mainly done so we harvest the profile of our researchers and we help them, we recommend some funding opportunities that might be interesting for them. We help them find EU calls relevant for them. We help them collaborate across faculties, and we also help the research support services in our university to be more proactive. After developing that, we were joined by Aalborg University, who now use the same web application. We are also developing similar web applications for the network of University Jeroen, and we joined the EU mission Ocean to build Wavelinks. This website is a bit different from our other web application because it is an open and public website. The others are reserved for individual or group of universities. And by building these web applications, collaborating with other universities and joining the mission Ocean, the team has grown from 3 to 7 people over the past 2 years. So what is Wavelinks? Wavelinks is a website, I would say website. It collects information on projects in the context of the mission Ocean. It helps users to collaborate with other projects, to find projects similar to what they work on. We link the project to the participants of this project, and therefore we help to find new collaborators. We have also collected in a partnership with our collaborators from VLIS. They have collected the citizen science initiatives in the blue area, and we are presenting them and allowing our users to search and filter them. And finally, we have linked to the projects related to the mission Ocean. We have linked some stakeholder engagement methods that have been used in EU projects in the context of the mission Ocean. So the vision for building this website is to collect data on actors and stakeholders, on the knowledge and the activities around the mission Ocean ecosystem. We put that in a database and then make it available for you. So there is a big task for us that is collecting data, and we collect data on public database. We also collect data through our partners, and we collect data through our users, because you can input data in our database. Then we have some AI algorithms to match projects and stakeholders to the different mission objectives. And we are providing a secured web interface where people can access some of the data before login and some others after registering and logging in. We are collecting data on projects, the project artifacts, deliverables, for example, the participants in these projects or stakeholders, engagement methods that are linked to the project, and citizen science initiatives. At the moment, in our database, there is about 6,000 unique projects, 14,000 stakeholders, a little bit less than 1,000 citizen science initiatives, and 49 engagement methods that have been used in the past to engage stakeholders in mission-related projects. It is important to understand when you browse the websites that all the projects that we have included, they are related to the mission objectives and targets. And we have screened public databases to make sure that we include projects that are related to the objectives. We work across all lighthouses, but we have an emphasis on Baltic and North Sea and the Atlantic and Arctic lighthouses in the mission ocean, because it is where we are part of the coordination and support action. For the Danube and the Mediterranean, they are also interested in collaborating with us, and we have already included some projects that relate to their sea basins. So, without further ado, I will give the word over to Alexander and let him guide you through the platform live.
Yes, I will take over. I hope you see. Yes, good. So let me guide you through Wavelinks. So we have a number of different pages. For instance, we have the dashboard page, currently with a Prep for Blue dashboard, where we're showing different visualizations of the data we have in our database. So for instance, we have a map of where the different stakeholders in our database is located. And you can see the saturation of these stakeholders in our database. We have a nice plot, which we call a circle packing plot, where we're showing the linkage between engagement methods. So we're clustering it based on the level of engagement of a specific method and a target group. So if you, for instance, want to inform your stakeholders, you can click on inform, and then you can say, oh, I would like to inform someone in industry, and then go to a specific method and find more information, and also see which projects that have used this method before. Yes. We have a number of different databases that you can explore through the explore pages. So for instance, as Maéva told you, we have just around 6,000 projects that you can explore, and you can search, you can do different filtering to find projects that you're most interested in. And then clicking on a project, you will find a more detailed description of this project with typically a summary of the project, which programs have funded it, which partners are a part of this project, and then you can also again click to a specific partner and see more information about them and other projects that they have participated in. Yes. We also, on most of our explore pages, we have a overview where we also have a small dashboard showcasing some key information about this specific database. So, for instance, in our project database, we can see that we can see how the different lighthouses are saturated in the different mission ocean objectives. We also have our stakeholder database, where you can filter by country, and you can also search for specific stakeholders and have a look at a specific stakeholder and where they're based, what projects they're part of. And again, we will continue to build out and enrich this data set with more information from other data sources to try and get as much information linked to the different stakeholders that we have in our database. We have the engagement methods. These are methods that we have identified has been used in projects in the mission ocean. And these can also be filtered on a number of different filters. So you can say, I would like to collaborate with my stakeholders. I would like to consult them. I would like to empower them. You can say which target group would you like to address, and then choose a method that you would be interested in using, and read more information, and also see which projects have used it before. And that can also lead you to getting more information on how have they used it, and how could I use it in my specific project. we have the citizen science database, where we also have a number of filters, and you can search through this and find a citizen science initiative that you're interested in. And then you can see who the organizer behind the citizen science initiative is, and again, find more information about them. And then we have our, yeah, I can also show you the dashboard of this. And now you can see, for instance, where the stakeholders of, or the organizations of the citizen science initiatives are mostly placed. So you can get an idea of, yeah, what data we have in our database. You can also look at the categories and topics of citizen science initiatives. And again, so I will have to work a bit on these titles coming up because it's a bit hard to see. Yes. On this page, you can also add a new citizen science initiative if you have something you would like to add to our database. And then we can take a look at it and add it for everyone to enjoy. We also have the solutions catalog, which again has some different filters that you can filter them by, and then you can yeah, go to the details page of this and read more about how this project has yeah, how what solutions this project has come up with that we can kind of transfer to other projects or other areas. Yes. What else? I think that might be it for me. Unless there, yeah, I think that's it for me.
Looks a lot of information there. We can, so please start to put your questions that you may have for Alexander. Maéva, would you like to do your presentation now?
Yes, I take over or take back. Yes, so Alexander has shown you how it looks on the platform. So if I want to do a short summary, so we have some public exploration pages, and that for the moment is the Citizen Science Initiative. So you can see them before login. We have more explore pages for our registered users, and to be a registered user, you don't just have to put your name and email, and then have a password for login later. So you have the explore pages on projects, on the stakeholders that are the participants in any of the project or citizen science initiatives that we have collected in the database. And you have the engagement methods. These engagement methods, as we have already stressed before, they are not any engagement methods. They are engagement methods that have been used in the EU projects that we have in our database, and therefore they have been used in projects that are related to the Mission Ocean objectives. For all the explore pages, you can search by keywords. You can also use a lot of different filters, for example, the country for the stakeholders, and for the solutions, you have the TRL level. For the citizen science initiatives, you have the targeted groups of citizens, or the number of citizens that have been engaged by these initiatives. For the engagement methods, you can filter through the level of engagement or the target groups. In the explore page, you also have download options, where for you to be able to download the results after a search, and that is reserved for login or users after login. The dashboards, they are basically overviews. For Prep4 Blue, it is an overview of all the data sets that we have across all the explore pages. We are also preparing overviews that will be specific for each lighthouse, starting with the Baltic and North Sea and Atlantic and Arctic. So then it will be restricted to the data that we have related to these lighthouses. We also have overview pages for the project, for the stakeholder, that basically give you visualization of aggregated data to give you an idea of what we have in-house, and also sometimes explore the data and link to the detail page. So you have seen when you want to navigate through the different clusters of engagement methods, you can do that in the visualization, and it links to the page of the specific method you are interested in at the end. Finally, there are some add new pages where the users can input data to our database. What happens when you input data is that we put it in a review or under review box. We have a quick check of the data automatically, just to make sure that it was not data input that was just 2 words or things like that. So that we check automatically, and then a partner in the coordination and support action will check that the data is relevant, and we will put it online. So that is an overview of the projects that we have in the database per country. I can also go back to the overview of the projects that we have per objective of the mission and Lighthouse. So, and this here we show the projects that are that have been tagged for each of the mission objective and each Lighthouse. There are also sometimes some projects for which we don't have all the metadata available, but we are growing that over time. So we are making sure to enrich the data over time, so that more and more projects have a mention of which objective they are part of and which Lighthouse. Then a word about the user uptake so far. So we have launched the website in November, and you can see that many people have already joined and visited our pages. Yes, we have about 2,000 visitors who came in Wavelinks. We also had more than 3,000 connections and 20,000 views. And this is a partition so far of the users around the world, and the top 15 countries that are mainly and unsurprisingly in Europe, but from the States, there are also many people who joined. Our vision for the future of Wavelinks is first that we want to have many more users. We are not, we don't want the website, or we are not waiting for the website to be complete and absolutely all shiny to put it out. We are more, our approach is more to put it out as soon as possible, because there is already a lot of value in the database, and we will then improve it and increase the data points over time and adapt to our end users. If we want to adapt to the end users, we need to have them. So that's why we don't want to hide a website, even if it is not yet completely finished and all polished. So we are waiting for your feedback, and we will come back to that. Then we are looking for crowdsourcing to add more data sets, and we hope that our users will help you to do that. And our partners in the different projects will also help to collect more data. In the data that are still not so developed, we are looking for many more solutions in the domain of the mission ocean. So solutions, we mean results from projects that can be reused by other projects. We are also looking to add dataset in the monitoring of the progress towards the mission objectives, and we have had some partners in innovation action of the mission ocean that came with ideas of policy documents we could integrate and funding. We will work on enriching datasets and visualization, and would also be happy to have your opinion on how we could customize the website more and do some matchmaking. So I want to thank the team at SDU, and I also want to thank all the partners in the different projects that we are part of. And here I especially thank the one in the Blue Mission Atlantic and Arctic and the coordinator who has invited us to present today. So we are ready to take questions and answer your questions. And after that, we will give you some time to explore the platform if you like, and to give us feedback and ideas, wishes of what you would like to see and how you would like to use it in the future. But first, to be all on the same page, we are happy to answer any questions you might have. And I will stop sharing.
Thank you, Maéva and Alexander. It was I'm very happy with this because I think Wavelinks it's a wonderful resource. It has so much information and it can be it has just started, as you said. You decided to put it live very soon, and I think it's great and has already so much information. We already have some one question here. I invite all the attendees to put any questions that you may have, just to know that we are all on the same page, and then we can advance to some more interactive session with this platform. So this question is, do you have concrete examples on how Wavelinks have helped some projects? And if we want to register some projects, I have some in the Danube Lighthouse. By the way, this is from Oriane George. Who should feed you with the information? The coordinator, the work package, the leaders? So 2 questions here. I don't know, Maéva, if you are seeing the question also. Yeah.
Yes, I can start. So the first question was about the second is how you can add data to the database. And there are different options. If you have just a few projects, you are very welcome to register and to input these projects through the Add New page of the project, part of the website. But if you have a large number of projects, and when I say large, I already consider 10 or 20 projects as being a large number, because it is quite tough work to copy paste the information into our online form in the website, the Add New page. So if you have that, then I would recommend that you contact us directly. I can put in the chat the email that you can use. So it is wavelinks@sdu.deco. And you are very welcome to send us Excel file, which so that we can take your data in. It is important then that you consider the different columns that we have in our project page, if it's project, because it's best if you align as much as possible with these columns and variable. And we will, if it's not in the right format, we will contact you. And especially if you are working in the Mission Ocean directly in one of the projects, we are really happy to help you to input the data and to make sure that you don't spend time copy pasting things. So that's what we hate in the team. No copy pasting. Yes. So the other question was about if we have examples of projects that were helped by this website. So from our end users, we have not yet sent any survey to them, the ones that have registered, so we don't have data on that. What we can say is how our website has helped our partners in the project. So, for example, we have partners that used our website to display their data in a nice way, so that, for example, the citizen science initiatives, they were collected by a partner in Prep for Blue, and we are a bit the showcasing collaborator, because we put them on the internet, and we make them searchable for users. So that's one example. Then it has also helped some partners to get overview of projects in a specific area. So if you want to know about projects working on aquaculture, then you can search for that in the project, and with more, sometimes we have also helped a bit further. So when they have identified a list of projects that are interesting for them because they want to organize an event, for example, we extract the data and enrich it for them. Yes. So, and there are also, we have just started to include solutions in the website, but there it is also interesting, and we might implement more link between datasets later, but you can take some solutions and see if there would be any stakeholder in our database who could be interested by that solution. If you want to contact them, or if you want to organize an event around that problem and this type of solution. So this is so far how the website has been used, as long as I know about it, because of course the users also maybe use it in other ways. But yes, this is what we have been aware of.
Yeah, I think also that maybe when you make a survey with the user, you can understand more, but you have so many visitors, I think it has quite impressive numbers. So I think it's being used in many
most
ways.
people go, some people stay on the home page, but most people go to the project explore page. So
Okay.
they search through projects. That's what we can see so far from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just a question from me, but maybe you can also explain a bit more how you managed to get all these projects together, or all this data was for several ways, right? Also from your partners, project including Blue Mission AA, that send you these catalogs that they have been mapping and these lists of projects. But you also do some data automatic mining, right? Can you explain maybe?
Yes. Yes, and maybe if we can share, I will share because I will show you. Yes, we have different ways to get data, and we are also transparent about that. So I will just share my screen and show the project page just to illustrate what I am saying. So we are harvesting the data in different ways. So first, one of our main data source is Cordis. So the repository of all projects funded by the EU. And when we explore this database, we don't want to take everything, but we want to take projects that are related to the mission. So what we have done is that we have put together an algorithm that matches the abstract and title of the projects from Cordis to the text describing the different objectives of the mission. And using that, so it is kind of an automatic screening of all the database of Cordis and taking only the projects that correspond to one or several of the objectives of the mission. So that's one way we have to map or to collect data to put in our database. Another way is to collect data from public sources, and we are the mission secretariat is sharing with us the charter data that is included and updated, the charter of the mission. We have also included projects that come from the project portfolio that have been built by experts through the Mission Ocean Secretariat. So then we have projects from the UN Decade of the Ocean. And we have projects that have been shared by our partners. So in Blue Mission Atlantic and Arctic, Maéva have made a collection of projects related to the Mission Ocean, and we have included that. And in the Prep for Blue, I have already told about the citizen science initiatives. The solutions, they also all come from our partner Erin in the Prep for Blue project. And the stakeholder engagement methods, they are coming from deliverables of EU projects, but we have developed the methods to extract these engagement methods and also discussed how to present them together with the Blue cluster in the Prep for Blue project. So we are taking some data automatically, and we also take data in that has been collected and enriched by experts.
Yes, thank you. Maybe we can now try some interaction. Maybe we can ask what do you have any idea, Maéva, on what we could ask participants to do?
Yeah, what would be nice if it's some participants want to go online and see the website. So maybe I can just there. Ooh, no, not like that. The link up. So if you go and no, it's best if I plug the link. Then it will be with a link. Yes. So now you have the link that you can click and you can join the platform. Some of you, I think, have already joined, but others might not. So you can take the time to go and explore. And for example, you could go and explore the citizen science page, the projects, and the engagement methods. These are the three blocks that are the most complete or have the most data so far. So you could go choose one of these of your interest and explore a little bit and let us know what you find good and what else you would like to experience or which other links you would like us to work on, which other data set you would like to include. And I would propose that we let maybe 5 minutes, so we let you in peace until 14:47, and let you explore, and then we can see what you have to tell us. And the positive and the negatives are very interesting.
Maéva and Alexander, maybe I can. I have some questions. Well, how could you explain that we have so many visitors from United States? Why do you think? No, it's they are a big country, so could be one explanation.
Yes, they might have been also some users from there at the events where Wavelinks was already advertised. There was the mission arenas of Blue Mission panels where there might have been a few from there. Another thing is that we have the data from the UN Decade, and there, so through that, there can be some links.
Exactly.
Yes.
And about this data source, do you do regularly updates, or do you foresee to do updates on how is the process? You know, in the future, do you think you do semestral some updates, or how?
Well, so far the updates we are doing ad hoc, so we are updating the charter when it comes to us. The UN decade, it's more a yearly process, and for Cordis, they update their data every trimester. So we will follow that cycle. And yes, I mean, it is projects, and so it is not always like you cannot see the project on Wavelinks when it has just been funded from last week. That will not happen, but there is some wave of updates that will come in, and we will try to align with the updates of the database that feed us. So, for example, for Cordis.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I'm not sure if we are having too many questions, but we will wait a few more time for people to interact with the platform. And I'll be back.
Yeah,
in
and
a few
maybe,
minutes.
I don't know, is it possible that people also take the floor to comment or ask questions, or they can only write things?
Yes,
well,
they can raise their hand, and we can allow them to speak if they like.
Okay, very good. So if you have, if you would like to comment and let us know if you have visited the platform and how it went, you are very welcome to raise your hand and take the floor. I think that will be a bit more or a bit nicer than just writing in the chat now. So yes, do not hesitate. But if you want to write rather than talk, you can also do it, of course.
Yes, Maéva, we already have here one question. When I go on projects, add new, I just have a submit button with no question. Can you see the question?
Yes, and I also just checked, and I can see that that is true, and I will enable that just after this, so that there must have been some mistake in my last update, but I'll make sure that it comes back with the form so you can add all your new projects. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And maybe if I want to be a bit more precise on, would you have idea how we could link data together, or would you have ideas of other visualization that we could build with the data sets that we have? Some things that you would like to see appearing?
Okay, I think people can also always access these, this video in YouTube and come back to you with more questions. I think Wavelinks is a very nice platform, and the more we know about this existing platform, then it will have more interactions with you. I think we can give this session finished. given that people are not having questions for now. So thank you, Maéva and Alexander. It was a really good pleasure. I hope to see you more on Wavelinks. And I don't know if you want to leave a last message. Otherwise, we can close the session.
I think we can also say that if you have questions or feedback or any suggestions afterwards, or if you're watching on YouTube afterwards, you can always send us an email at wavelinks@sdu.dk, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Yes, thanks a lot for joining and listening to us.
Okay.
We're
Thank
looking
you.
forward for more interactions.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for. Okay. Bye-bye. I'm going to close.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes.